AEW Dark Elevation results January 31, 22 First match, 43-9, Lance Archer with Jake the Snake Roberts vs. 0-0, Chase Oliver. Archer attacked Oliver during his entrance. Archer rolls Oliver back into the ring. Oliver sidesteps Archer into the turnbuckles. Archer drops Oliver with the big boot. Archer slaps Oliver in the chest. Archer toys around with the crowd. Archer chokeslams Oliver. Archer rocks Oliver with a forearm smash. Archer puts Oliver on the top turnbuckle. Archer connects with the blackout to pick up the victory. Winner, 44-9, Lance Archer via pinfall. Second match, 14-3, Brandi Rhodes with Arn Anderson vs. 15-28, KiLynn. King collar and elbow tie up. King applies a side headlock. Rhodes whips King across the ring. Rhodes drops down on the canvas. King ducks a clothesline from Rhodes. King goes for the O'Connor roll, but Rhodes holds onto the ropes. Rhodes goes for a hip toss, but King rolls her over for a 2 count. King with 2 deep arm drags. King poses for the crowd. Rhodes regroups on the outside. King with a wrecking ball dropkick. King rolls Rhodes back into the ring. King gets distracted by Arn. Rhodes drops King with a running knee lift. Rhodes repeatedly stomps on King's chest. Rhodes slams King's head on the top turnbuckle pad. Rhodes with a chop/forearm combination. Rhodes with a running uppercut. Following a rolling snapmare takeover, Rhodes superkicks King for a 2 count. King drives her knee into the midsection of Rhodes. King with a knee lift. Rhodes ducks a clothesline from King. Rhodes kicks King in the gut. Rhodes kicks the left knee of King. Rhodes with a step-up enziguri for a 2 count. King reverses out of the Irish whip from Rhodes. Rhodes kicks King in the face. King catches Rhodes in mid-air. King goes for a body slam, but Rhodes lands back on her feet. King denies the pump kick. King power slams Rhodes for a 2 count. Forearm exchange. King with a spinning back kick. Rhodes nails King with the pump kick. Rhodes whips King across the ring. Rhodes connects with the pop-up haymaker. Rhodes makes King tap out to the stretch marks. Winner, 15-3, Brandi Rhodes via submission. Third match, 4-1, Jay Lethal vs. 0-0, Casey Carrington. Collar and elbow tie up. Lethal applies a side headlock. Carrington whips Lethal across the ring. Lethal drops Carrington with a shoulder tackle. Carrington drops down on the canvas. Carrington leapfrogs over Lethal. Lethal with a counter hip toss to the floor. Lethal lands the suicide dive. Lethal struts around the ring. Lethal rolls Carrington back into the ring. Lethal goes into the cover for a 1 count. Lethal hooks the outside leg for a 1 count. Carrington hammers down on the back of Lethal's neck. Lethal goes for a vertical suplex, but Carrington lands back on his feet. Carrington with a step-up enziguri. Carrington with a forearm smash. Short arm reversal by Lethal. Lethal whips Carrington across the ring. Lethal with a hip toss. Lethal delivers the cartwheel dropkick. Lethal goes for a belly-to-back suplex, but Carrington counters with a crossbody block for a 2 count. Lethal with a backbreaker. Lethal with the rolling Argentine senton. Lethal lands the flying elbow drop. Lethal connects with the lethal injection to pick up the victory. Winner, 5-1, Jay Lethal via pinfall. Fourth match, 23-11, Anna Jay with the Dark Order vs. 0-0, Nikki Victory. Collar and elbow tie up. Hammer lock exchange. Jay with a drop toe hold. Strong lock up. Victory backs Jay into the turnbuckles. The referee calls for a clean break. Victory with a forearm smash. Victory repeatedly stomps on Jay's chest. Following a snapmare takeover, Victory with a basement drop kick for a 1 count. Jay sidesteps Victory into the turnbuckles. Jay with a running elbow smash. Jay rocks Victory with a forearm smash. Jay sends Victory to the corner. Jay with the spinning leg lariat. Jay connects with the dangerous Jay kick. Jay makes Victory tap out to the Queen Slayer. Winner, 24-11, Anna Jay via submission. Fifth match, 36-19, Dante Martin, 32-27, Matt Sydal, 4-8, Lee Moriarty vs. 3-1, The Factory, QT Marshall, Aaron Solow, Nick Comoroto, with Anthony Ogogo in a 6-man tag team match. The Factory attacks Team Martin before the bell rings. Solow with a forearm smash. Solow goes for a body slam, but Moriarty lands back on his feet. Standing switch exchange. Solow applies a side headlock. Moriarty whips Solow across the ring. Moriarty drops down on the canvas. Moriarty leapfrogs over Solow. Solow sends Moriarty into the ropes. Moriarty rolls Solow over for a 1 count. Moriarty with a leaping crossbody block for a 1 count. Moriarty applies a wrist lock. Sydal tags himself in. Double wrist lock. Double back heel trip. Sydal with the standing Mariposa. Solow tags in Comoroto. Sydal with a single leg dropkick. Triple dropkick. Comoroto with a double clothesline. Comoroto drops Sydal with a shoulder tackle. Comoroto goes for the assisted one-arm press slam, but Team Martin counters with a dropkick/crossbody combination for a 2 count. The Factory regroups on the outside. Comoroto tags in Marshall. Marshall kicks Sydal in the gut. Marshall with a straight right hand. Short arm reversal by Marshall. Sydal ducks a clothesline from Marshall. Sydal with a tilt-a-whirl head scissors takeover. Sydal with a spinning back kick. Marshall launches Sydal over the top rope. Sydal with 2 leaping forearm smashes. Ogogo trips Sydal from the outside. The referee has ejected Anthony Ogogo from the ringside area. Marshall clears the ring. Marshall slams Sydal's head on the top turnbuckle pad. Marshall tags in Comoroto. Comoroto with a straight right hand. Comoroto tags in Solow. Solow with a running forearm smash. Solow with a vertical suplex for a 1 count. Solow slams Sydal's head on the right boot of Marshall. Solow tags in Marshall. Marshall with a backbreaker. Marshall tags in Comoroto. Comoroto goes for the vertical suplex, but Sydal counters with 3 knee strikes. Marshall tags himself in. Marshall knocks Moriarty off the ring apron. Marshall applies a front face lock. Marshall goes for a vertical suplex, but Sydal counters with a Hurricane Rana. Dante and Solow are tagged in. Dante scores 2 forearm knockdowns. Dante with a reverse suplex. Dante kicks Comoroto off the apron. Dante blocks a boot from Solow. Dante drop kicks Solow. Dante sends Comoroto tumbling to the floor. Dante with an apron enziguri. Dante with the flying crossbody block for a 2 count. Sydal with a jumping knee strike to Marshall. Moriarty drop kicks Comoroto to the floor. Marshall rocks Sydal with a forearm smash in mid-air. Comoroto drives Moriarty back first into the steel ring post. Dante blocks a boot from Solow. Dante with a forearm smash. Solow shoves Dante off the top turnbuckle. Marshall with a pop-up forearm smash. Comoroto spears Dante. Solow connects with the flying double foot stomp for a 2 count. Comoroto with a backbreaker. Moriarty shoves Solow off the top turnbuckle. Moriarty rolls under a clothesline from Marshall. Moriarty with the windmill kick. Moriarty delivers the Pepsi twist. Sydal drops Comoroto with the flying meteora. Sydal avoids the windmill kick. Sydal with the roundhouse kick. Dante connects with the nose dive to pick up the victory. Winner, 37-19, Dante Martin, 33-27, Matt Sydal, 5-8, Lee Moriarty via pinfall. 6th match, 13-3, Ruby Soho and, 45-7, Thunder Rosa vs. 0-0, Joseline Navarro and, 0-0, Megan Meyers Thunder Rosa and Joseline Navarro will start things off. Collar and elbow tie up. ROA applies a waist lock. Navarro transitions into a hammer lock. Rosa applies the cravate. Rosa tags in Soho. Double stow. Assisted senton splash for a 2 count. Soho applies a front face lock. Navarro backs Soho into the ropes. The referee calls for a clean break. Navarro pie faces Soho. Soho with a forearm smash. Meyers grabs Soho from behind. Meyers with a forearm smash behind the referee's back. Navarro tags in Meyers. Following a snapmare takeover, Meyers applies a rear chin lock. Soho gets back to a vertical base. Soho with the roll through escape. Soho tags in Rosa. Rosa clotheslines Meyers. Rosa with a drop toe hold into the middle rope. Rosa drop kicks the back of Meyers. Rosa takes a swipe at Navarro. Rosa with 2 toe kicks. Rosa sweeps out the legs of Meyers. Rosa with the running drop kick for a 2 count. Meyers denies the Fire Thunder driver. Rosa tags in Soho. Soho kicks Meyers in the face. Soho with a double leg takedown. Soho catapults Meyers into a drop kick from Rosa for a 1 count. Rosa ducks a clothesline from Navarro. Rosa kicks Navarro in the gut. Rosa hits the stunner. Soho tags in Rosa. Soho connects with no future. Rosa plants Meyers with the Fire Thunder driver to pick up the victory. After the match, Mercedes Martinez appears on the stage to play mind games with Rosa. Winner, 14-3, Ruby Soho and, 46-7, Thunder Rosa via pinfall. 7th match, 57-28, Pentagon Jr. with Alex Abrahance vs. 12-60, Serpentico Miedo. Pentagon ducks under 2 clotheslines from Serpentico. Serpentico with a knife edge chop. Pentagon takes off one of his gloves. Chop exchange. Pentagon pulls Serpentico back into the ring. Pentagon sends Serpentico to the corner. Pentagon with a running enziguri. Pentagon with 2 monkey flips. Serpentico regroups on the outside. Pentagon super kicks Serpentico from the ring apron. Pentagon with another overhand chop. Pentagon inadvertently kicks the steel ring post. Serpentico tees off on Pentagon. Serpentico rolls Pentagon back into the ring. Serpentico dives over Pentagon. Pentagon with an overhead belly-to-belly suplex into the turnbuckles for a 2 count. Serpentico thrust kicks the midsection of Pentagon. Serpentico with the Irish whip. Pentagon avoids a flurry of moves. Serpentico super kicks Pentagon. Serpentico drops Pentagon with the flatliner for a 2 count. Serpentico goes for the Swanton bomb, but Pentagon gets his knees up in the air. Pentagon hits the sling blade for a 2 count. Forearm exchange. Super kick exchange. Pentagon tumbles to the floor. Serpentico goes for the suicide dive, but Pentagon counters with the press slam into the ringside barricade. Pentagon rolls Serpentico back into the ring. Pentagon connects with the package pile driver to pick up the victory. Winner, 58-28, Pentagon Jr. via pinfall.